In the world of South Bay commercial real estate, things are, well, they're changing fast. And we're not just talking about another market cycle here. This is a full-blown revolution. The old rules, they're out the window. A totally new kind of empire is on the rise. So let's break down exactly what is going on.
16 days. I want you to just let that number sink in. 16. That's the average time it's taking for a property to get snatched up in hot South Bay markets like North Redondo and Holly Glen. Why? Well, it's being driven by a huge influx of SpaceX and other tech professionals. This isn't just some little trend. People are calling it the Great Unpause. The market is moving at an absolutely blistering pace.
So, here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll dig into this great unpause and what's fueling it. Then we'll talk about why the old ways of doing things are just broken. After that, we'll introduce a revolutionary new model, lay out a new playbook, and finally, we'll show you how this all comes together in one key spot, San Pedro.
All right, let's dive right into the big picture. The Great South Bay Unpause. You have to understand, this market isn't just slowly waking up, it is on fire. And that's creating a massive opportunity for anyone who's actually ready for it.
Okay, so the data here paints a really clear picture. We've got this so-called real estate thaw happening. Inventory is unbelievably tight. But the real signal, the thing you just can't ignore, is Molina Healthcare signing a massive 100,000 square foot lease in San Pedro. Think about that. This isn't just a transaction, it's a huge corporation making a 9-figure bet on the future of the South Bay.
So we've established the market is absolutely exploding. But here's the kicker. The old ways of doing business, they are completely, totally mismatched for this new reality. The old way is officially broken.
And this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? It shows the two paths every broker's facing right now. You've got the old way over here, endless smile and dial, holding onto your data for dear life and just constantly chasing leads with a vendor mindset. Or you have the new way, broadcasting valuable content, sharing what you know to build authority, and thinking like a media company. It's really a choice between being an annoying pest or being the prize.
This quote just hits the nail on the head. Think about it. When you're cold calling, you're an interruption. You're basically a beggar asking for someone's time. But when you put your expertise out there for everyone to see, you completely flip the script. The clients start coming to you. Why? Because now you are the prize. You're the one with the answers.
And that brings us to the solution, what we're calling the media company revolution. Now, this isn't about just, posting a few things on social media here and there. No, this is a deliberate strategic framework called the CRE Authority Blueprint. It's designed to completely transform a broker's entire way of doing business.
The whole goal here is to become what's called a market oracle. See, in today's world, just having raw data is, well, it's cheap. Everybody knows properties are turning over in 16 days. The oracle is the person who gets on camera and explains why it's happening. They connect the dots between the tech boom, the inventory squeeze, and the opportunity that creates. That's the kind of insight that attracts serious deals.
And this blueprint breaks the whole thing down into 3 really manageable phases. First up is the mindset shift. You have to stop thinking like a vendor. Second, you build what's called the deal engine to consistently attract capital. And third, that's the empire build, which is all about scaling your operation and eventually planning a viable exit.
Okay, so that's the big idea, the philosophy behind it all, but you're probably wondering, how do you actually do any of this? So let's get into the practical stuff, your new CRE playbook, with real, actionable tactics you can use right now.
Let's kick things off with a classic South Bay problem. Picture this. You've got a listing for a big, gray, kind of ugly concrete warehouse in Torrance. It has 0 curb appeal. I mean, how in the world do you market something like that?
The answer? You embrace the ugly. And this is just a brilliant way to reframe it. You stop talking about curb appeal, because let's be honest, there isn't any. And you start selling its logistics capacity. You shoot videos showcasing its high ceilings, its loading docks, its easy access to the port. Suddenly, you're not selling a boring box anymore. You're selling a vital hub in the supply chain to the exact e-commerce and tech tenants who are driving this entire economy.
And the playbook is just packed with these kinds of strategies, like make math sexy, turning a boring spreadsheet about cap rates into a passionate video that people actually want to watch. Or catch the white whale, which is about creating content that feels like a life raft for those panicked 1031 exchange investors who are on a crazy tight deadline. My personal favorite, though, is Prove Your Genius, where you just break down a past deal on camera step by step to build this incredible, unbreakable trust.
Now here's the most important part. All of these tactics, they fundamentally change your business model. You go from the crazy roller coaster of chasing commissions to the stability of earning retainers. You stop being just a tour guide who unlocks doors, and you become a real asset manager, earning advisory fees for your insight. It's a massive shift from transactional income to building real, sustainable wealth.
And all of this brings us to our final section, where this entire revolution finds its physical home. This is the place where all the market opportunity we've been talking about meets the actual tools for execution. Welcome to the San Pedro Empire.
And here it is. This is where the whole story just clicks into place. On one side, you've got that incredible market momentum. The massive Molina healthcare lease is proof that San Pedro is the new center of gravity. And on the other side, you have the tool, Voxel Microvideo Labs, a studio literally built for brokers to pull off this exact media-first strategy. It's the perfect storm of opportunity and infrastructure, all happening in the same place.
So it all comes down to this final, pretty pointed question. It's a challenge, really. Are you going to stick with the exhausting, low-status, beggar approach of cold calling for another year? Or are you ready to step into the role of the prize and start broadcasting your value to the world?
Because when you look at all of this, the choice seems pretty clear, right? The tactics have changed, the market has completely shifted, and a new way of building a real estate empire is here, and it's all starting in one place. The future is waiting in San Pedro.